Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. In this video we will try to focus in what the Muslim says that Islam saved women from all bad habits before Islam. Chapter 16 verse number 58, it says that when the Arab people, they used to get a news about having female child, they get upset, and it sounds like it's not right. Now we will see if this is only the Arab people get upset. You know, the Muslim, they say to you before Islam, Arab used to bury their daughters. There is some true story about some people they did that, but this is not something all the Arab do. Very few of them, and especially the very poor one, because those people, they are very weak, they have no protection, and anyone can kidnap their daughters. So to try to save their honor, they prefer, with painful decision, you know, to kill their daughters instead of being raped in the future. And even some of them, when they are adult, when the enemy attack and they feel like they are captured, so they have a knife next to their waist and they kill themselves. Even the daughters themselves kill themselves, not the parents necessarily. But this was happening because the society at that time, it was like this. Everybody raping everybody, and Muhammad, he raped a lot of women, kidnapped a lot of women, and many of them even killed themselves before the men of Muhammad did arrive to those women. I remember a story of a nun. The Muslims attack the church, and the army of Muhammad attacked the church, and they want to rape the nuns. So one of them, she was so smart, she told the Muslim man who was taking off his clothes, listen, you want to see a miracle? He said, miracle? Now? I want to sleep with you. Take off your clothes. She said, no, no, no. I want to show you a miracle. I can show you something you cannot believe. He said, what? She said, if you cut my head with your sword, I can show you that my Lord, he can put it back. He started laughing. So she said, do it and see. So the man, he got curious, he want to see. So simply, she made him kill her before he raped her. So she saved her honor. You don't want to be in the hand of a filthy man like this. So those things happen for a reason, and it's not true that the Arab used to kill their daughters. It's a big fat lie, because if this is true, you know, all of us, we will not exist. Me as an Arab, from where I'm going to, you know, from where we would get babies. If everybody killed his daughter, we will not have females and the whole nation would die. Khadija was a businesswoman, and Muhammad himself used to work for her. So women at that time, they used to be leaders. Even they go and read the history, you will see in the history of that area, there is a queen who ruled. Queen, not men. Now, let us prove that the one who hates females, it is not really the men, it was Allah himself. So we showed you the verse, the only verse in the Quran speaking about that, you know what, you should not be upset for having a female if your wife give a birth for a female. But let us see, do Allah like females? Chapter 4, verse number 17. This is the women chapter. Allah is saying that those who call gods as females, for sure they are worshipping Satan. And you notice in here, Allah did not say if you call God different God. He's speaking about females, exactly females, which means he did not mention somebody, his name is, Holako, and they're worshipping. He's a male. No, he is upset from you worshipping females. You cannot, period, worship females. They cannot be gods. You know, God is a male or a female. Now somebody would say to me, isn't it Jesus was a male? Well, Jesus is a male when he appears to us in this earth, but it doesn't mean he is a male. He is the Word of God, and he never had sex. This is the way he appeared to us, doesn't mean that he is a male. God don't have gender. God is not about sex. So in here it's saying that the one who worship females is for sure worshipping and following Satan. And he is from the rebel of Satan, just for worshipping females. Okay, what about worshipping Uzza? What about worshipping Akbar, the big statues of Allah? Allah have no problem with it. Actually, the Muslims now, they merge the two gods, Allah and Akbar, together, and they say Allahu Akbar. Akbar is one of the gods of Islam before Islam, and it still exists. And the Muslims now, they say Allah wa Akbar. Wa in Arabic mean and. He merged the two gods, the two biggest gods in Mecca together, and he made them Allah and Akbar. So Muslims, they will follow him because those are the most important two gods. Then we will go to another story in here. We will see in chapter 53:26. It says, "How many soever." Let us go to the issue. Those who believe not in the hereafter name the angels with female names. So even angels, they cannot be named by female names. Not making them females, not believing they are females. Jesus, he said, when they talk about marriage in the heaven, he said, he and she will not get married. They will be the same as angels, which means the angels don't have male or female gender. They don't have sex. So even naming the angels with female names, it's a problem for Allah. If you do that, you are for sure, astray from Allah, and you are turned away from the message of Islam, which means you became an infidel. You cannot name an angel with the name of a female. So all the angels of Allah, they should have male name. And this is telling me more and more about Muhammad. And let us continue. Chapter 53, verse number 19. An-Najm, the star. Have you seen Allat and the Uzza and the third goddess, Manat? Those are the three daughters of Allah. Look what Allah is saying. What? For you the male sex, and for him the female? Behold, such would be indeed division most unfair. So Allah is complaining here from what? For giving him 3 daughters and the Muslim men getting 3 boys, or the Arab men getting the boys. So he's saying, if you notice in here, Allah complaining is not about giving him kids. No, he's complaining from the gender. What? For you the male sex and for him the female? Remember in the first verse we showed you in chapter 16, Allah supposedly, chapter 16 verse number 58, is telling the Muslims that when you get a news about having daughters, you get upset. But the fact, it's Allah himself who is upset from having daughters. Because what is unjust and unfair for him, as you see in the screen, is not having kids, is about have male sex. You take the male sex, and for him in here goes back to Allah. And this is very weird. Why Allah say him? If you are the one who's talking, why he don't say to me? This is a proof that the one who wrote the Quran, he is not God. He is not, he's just a man. Always he forget to speak as if he is Allah talking. So he say what? For him? So he's making a Quran. So the complaint here, what is unjust in division to Allah is what? For you the male sex. Remember, the word sex is there. The male sex. It's about sex, about gender. And for him the female. So Allah, he hates females big time. Like, if Allah don't have kids, just say, you know what, I don't have kids, and who care about if they are males or females? But in here you notice Allah saying it clearly, or the one who made the Quran, I hate females. It's unjust, unfair, that you take the boys, you give me the girls. I am Allah, I don't accept that. And not to forget to mention that women in Islam, in chapter 4, verse number, you can read it from verse number 9 and 10 and 11, you will see the women, she inherit half of the man. Chapter 2, verse 282, the woman, she is half of the man even in the court. She cannot be a witness. And one witness, one man is equal to 2 women. And not only that, the women, if there's 1,000 women witnessing something, they will not be accepted as a witness unless there is 1 male with them. Not to mention chapter 4, verse number 34, saying that the man, he can beat his wife. Not to forget that the man, he will get 72 women in the heaven. The women, she will get 0. She will be herself a gift to the man. Not to mention that the woman, she can't even fast without permission, to go out of her house without permission. She is no one. And then a Muslim come to you and says that our women, they are respected. And by the way, I think the best name for the veil of a Muslim is jail. When the Muslim women wear her jail, she is in jail. And this is what Islam is about for the women. Christ is Lord. Follow with me with the coming videos. Thank you.